Hey guys, Bobby here, and I got another knife for you guys. This is Jason Clark Tanto with Moku-Ti and carbon fiber scales, and that is a beautiful grind. When I first saw this, this is one of those ones for me anyway that I knew I had to have this. Well, I definitely wanted a Jason Clark Tanto. I at least wanted to try it out and see what it's like. I kept hearing about that flipping action, and then the blade design really kind of remind me of I like this type of Tanto. This is like one of my favorite knives ever is the Chris Reeve Undenzone, the Tanto version from True North Knives. So when I saw this, I knew I had to get it. I think it came out right around Christmas time at Blade HQ. I've contacted Jason Clark and tried to get on his list, and I mean it's out over a year, and I mean I could get on it, but you gotta wait a year. So when I saw this pop up on Blade HQ, I mean I grabbed it, and I saw there's two that came in stock. This and another one. By the time I checked out, the other one was gone. I mean, you see this come in stock, it's pretty much you have like seconds. So I just got lucky, and just happened to check it right at the right time. But we'll go over this very beautiful Tanto grind, like I was saying. That's his symbol right there, Jason Clark, and he is religious, so that's the cross. And that is just a beautiful grind. It's all hand ground. Jason Clark is a full-time law enforcement officer, so he only makes knives part-time, and everything is handmade. So he does all this file work, all this, all by hand, and just really does an amazing job. You can tell it's hand ground. We'll look at let's look here, see if we can see it. So I'll just show you guys real quick. Let's see. It's probably kind of hard to see on camera. Yeah, I mean the grind's a little uneven, but it doesn't really bother me because, like I said, it's you could tell. I mean, it's just like it is barely uneven. Maybe you can see right there. You guys see one side kind of goes up a little more. I mean, it's not a lot, but I mean, it just kind of lets you know it's handmade. This it does run on IKBS, so I mean it is. You can see right there, crazy smooth. It does not have a hard detent. You would think, how everyone talks about the flipping action. It does not have a hard detent at all, and but it flips great. I mean, it really does. Really great flipper design, as you guys can see there. Very functional jump in on there. However you want to do this, I mean, it's gonna flip. Just really smooth. Honestly, almost too smooth. I mean, that is. But it's just a great feeling, I have to say. I really like closing it like that because it just really feels, you can feel it rolling on that IKBS system. Let's go over this. It's a very beautiful Moku-Ti. This is my first knife with Moku-Ti, and I have to say it's really nice. The carbon fiber really lines up to it very well. I can't feel, barely feel a little bit on this side, but I mean it is almost, negligible. I mean it's very beautiful. Carbon fiber scales came out really nice, very nicely polished. Check out that back spacer. You can tell it's all done by hand. And all that file work. The one thing I wasn't, the pocket clip. It doesn't create a hot spot or anything. It's deep carry. You know, very functional, easy to get in and out. You can see right there. But, you know, it's just, I don't know. You know, for this level of knife, you would kind of want something just maybe a little different, you know. I don't know, but it's still really nice. It's definitely grown on me, I have to say that. You guys can see the holes in there. And of course, you can see right there, he polished all the edges. That is the stop pin right there. And so, you know, there's a cutout in there in the blade that the stop pin, it's not completely flush either. Probably, you know, a little better on that. But I do like that. How he stamps the blade still right there. I think that's an excellent spot for it. You know, a lot of knives. Here's my Riate. You know, a lot of people put it on the opposite side or somewhere along there, and that's fine. But I do like, you know, just put it right there. That's pretty awesome. So it's Elmax, and it does come really sharp from him. I have to say that. I definitely love the satin. Get a good look at that satin finish. So I like how it runs up and down right there. And you guys can see right there, runs sideways. This is a fingerprint magnet, so I'm trying not to touch the blade. I love that swedge on top. Just really, really sharp in the front too. But very nice swedge on top. And there's no jimping, but I mean, this is just a really ergonomic knife. Just really grab it right there. You could really choke up. This is super smooth. So I mean, you could just really, I mean, look at that. That is awesome. But I love closing that knife. It's really well done. I do notice the edges are a little sharp right here. Now I would have liked it to be chamfered a little bit, but can't complain. Kind of like my Jeremy Robertson. There's a lot more titanium, but you know, just that little bit right there just really, I mean, makes it super smooth. You know, easy to disengage. But this ain't bad. Just a beautiful knife though, guys. Give you guys some size comparisons. This is a 3.6 inch blade and a little over 5 ounces. I'll throw all the stats in the description. So there's, let's see here. That's my Chris Reeve London zone. So I mean, they're almost, you see it's a lot thinner of a knife, but very similar. Actually, here's a, let's keep with the Tanto theme. That's my Sabenza Tanto, small Sabenza. And then let's go with the Jeremy Robertson since I showed it. So that's the Jeremy Robertson Model 4 right there. But overall, I have to say I love this. I love this knife. Very beautiful design. Just an excellent maker. And just very well done. You can see why it's so popular. You can see the pretty early lockup. Very easy to disengage. I just love that action. That action is really nice. But just everything is just very well done. So great knife. Like I said, I really like the design. For me, it might even be almost looks too pretty to carry and use, you know. But terrific knife, and I have to say, I'm glad I got a hold of it. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.